Hello and welcome to the morning exhale. I'm Stephanie Gaines-Bryant. Let's begin exhaling this morning, rolling your shoulders. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale back and down. Let's begin working on your back this morning. So we're going to come on down to your back. Very good. Let's begin stretching both legs out. Bring your arms up and overhead. Then we're going to take your right hand, hold on to your left wrist, gently stretch, point your toes, press your lower back into the mat. Breathe. Then release. Let's do the other side. We're taking your hand, grabbing onto the opposite wrist, gently stretch, press your lower back into the mat. Breathe. Then release. Let's bring the soles of your feet to the floor, and we're going to bend into your right knee. Bring your knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers on your shin. Breathe. Then we're going to take your right ankle, bring it across your knee. Lift up your left foot. We're going to take your right hand, thread it in between your legs. The left hand comes to the outside of your thigh. Draw your knee into your chest. Then let's straighten. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. The next time your leg is straight, can you circle your foot? Pause, circle in the other direction. Then bend your knee and release. We're going to uncross and cross over to the other side. So we've got your left ankle coming across your right knee, and then we're going to lift up your foot. Taking your left hand, thread it in between your legs. Other hand comes to the outside of your thigh. Draw your knee into your chest. Then let's straighten. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. The next time your leg is straight, can you circle your foot? Pause, circle in the other direction. Bend your knee and release. Then we're going to take your hands, interlace your fingers on your left shin, draw your knee into your chest. Now let's bring both knees into your chest and stretch your heels to the ceiling for dead bug. Reach your fingers towards your big toes. Breathe. Keeping your back on the mat, just reaching with your arms and your fingers. Then let's bring your hands underneath your thighs. On the count of 3, let's roll it up. 1, 2, 3, rolling it up. Very good. Let's come to all fours for table pose, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. Let's round your back, chin to chest. Drop your tailbone for cat. Inhale your head up. Drop your abdomen down. Lift your tailbone for cow. So let's do a couple of cat and cows at your own pace. Just lifting and lowering in a way that feels good to your spine. come to a neutral spine. We're going to grab your blocks this morning. Always make sure you have 2 blocks and a blanket. We're going to grab your blocks, bring your blocks to the top of the mat. You can bring the blocks to either the taller section or the shorter section, whichever one works best for you. But let's begin by stretching your right leg out behind you. Your toes are curled under, and you're just moving forward and back. Now on your next exhale, we'll bend into your knee, and we're bringing your foot in between the blocks. Inhale your arms all the way up to V position. Then we're going to bend at the elbows, coming into goddess pose. On an exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Let's make a gentle twist to the left. Come back to center. Gentle twist to the right. Center. Bring your hands back down to the blocks. We're going to slide that right foot back. Now we're going to stretch your left leg out behind you. We're just moving forward and back. On your next exhale, bending into your left knee, bringing your foot in between the blocks. Now let's inhale your arms all the way up to V position. Let's bend at the elbows, coming into goddess pose. On an exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Gentle twist to the right. Come back to center. Gentle twist to the left. Center. Bring your hands back down to the blocks. We're going to curl your right toes under and lift up your knee. Then let's step your back foot forward, and we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the very last thing to come up to center. Once you've rolled up to center, let's roll your shoulders. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. Let's inhale your arms all the way up to mountain pose. Your shoulders are relaxed. Let's bring your fingertips together. Lower your left arm down by your side. Reach your right arm up and overhead. Inhale, coming up. Bring your fingertips together. Lower your right arm down by your side. Lift your left arm up and overhead. Inhale, coming back up to mountain pose. Shoulders are relaxed. Then let's bring your palms together. Exhale down to your heart center and release. We're going to come into a wide stance. I want you to separate your feet as wide apart as you can. And then you're going to pivot your right foot forward, bend into your knee, square your hips to the side, stretching your arms out to the side, looking over your right fingers. Breathe. Then let's bring your forearm down just above your knee. Lift your back arm up and overhead. Then inhale, coming up, coming into reverse warrior. Exhale, lowering down into side angle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Let's come back into side warrior pose. Make sure you bring that big back toe in just about a ½ inch or so. We're going to straighten out that front leg and rotate your arms for triangle pose. Let's take your left hand, bring it down to meet the right hand. Lifting up your right arm for revolving triangle. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting up your left arm. Bring your torso back to center. Pivot your foot forward. Release your arms down. We're going to pivot in the other direction. Pivoting to the left, bend into your knee. Bring that big back toe in just about half an inch or so. Square your hips to the side, stretching your arms out to the side. Breathe. Then we're going to bring your forearm down just above your knee. Lift your back arm up and overhead, coming into side angle pose. Then let's inhale, lifting all the way up to reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Let's come back now to side warrior pose. Straighten out your front leg. Let's rotate your arms for triangle pose. Let's take your right hand. Bring it down to meet the left hand, lifting up your left arm for revolving triangle. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting up your right arm. Bring your torso back to center and release your arms down. Let's step up to the front of the mat, and we're going to bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers and reach your knuckles towards the floor. Notice how your shoulder blades come together. Breathe. Now let's fold forward, as if you're bringing your thumbs towards the back of your head. Inhale, coming up. Release your hands. Bring your palms together in front of you. Turn your palms over, round your back. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, soften your knees. Bring your hands down to the blocks. Let's step your right foot back. Your heel is down in the back, and we're coming into seesaws. So let's straighten out your front leg. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, and straighten. Next time your knee is bent, we're going to switch. We're stepping the back foot up, and we're bringing that left foot back. We're coming into seesaws. Let's straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. Now let's lower your left knee down, uncurl your toes, and we're sliding your right foot back. Let's bring the blocks to the side for right now, and we're coming into table pose. Let's push back, stretching your arms out in front of you, coming into child's pose. You can also bring your big toes together, separate your knees. Make this a nice resting pose. Now let's inhale. We're moving forward into upward dog. Exhale, pressing back into child's pose. Inhale, moving forward into upward dog. Exhale, pressing back into child's pose. Now let's move forward into upward dog. Bring your elbows close into your sides, and we're going to lower your belly down to the mat. I'm going to scooch back just a little bit, and I want you to bring your forearms down to the mat. Your palms are down on the mat, and you're sitting up like you're watching TV for Sphinx pose. Then on an exhale, can you lower your rib cage down? Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Hold it. Breathe. Then release. Let your body melt down onto the mat and just wiggle your hips a little bit, right and left. Let's stretch your arms out behind you. Your palms are down. Your big toes touch. Scoop your pelvis into the mat. Lift up your legs, lift up your arms, lift up your head. Breathe. Then release. Let your body melt down onto the mat. Can you bend your knees and windshield wiper right and left? Very good. Release your legs back down to the mat. We're going to press up into upward dog once more, then press into your knees. We're coming back into table pose. Then we're going to swing around, coming into a seated position. And let's take your left forearm. We're going to bring that left forearm down to the mat, stack your knees, one knee on top of the other. Let's take your hand, bring it to your hip, like you're gripping your hip. Then let's lift and lower your knee. Coming into clamshells. Let's stretch your top leg out, and we're going to bring your hand down to the mat. Let's bring that leg forward, then back like you have a long line of stretch from your heel all the way to the crown of your head. Moving forward, then back, forward, then back. Now let's bring your top arm up and overhead. Let's inhale up. Can you touch your foot with your hand? Then up and overhead. Hand to foot, up and overhead. Hand to foot, up and overhead. Now we're bending your knee. I want you to reach for the top of your foot. Draw your heel in towards your backside. Lift your chest. Arch your back. Breathe. Then let's lower that top knee inside the other knee. Release your hand from your foot. And we're bringing your body around into a low twist. Use your hand to push you back up to center, and we're just going to swing around to the other side. Bringing your forearm down, stacking your knees, one knee on top of the other. Let's stretch your top leg out, and we're going to act like we're kicking forward, then back, forward, back, forward, then back. Let's bring your top arm up and overhead like you're creating a long line of stretch from your left fingers all the way to your heel. On an inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, up and overhead. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, up and overhead. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, up and overhead. Let's bend your knee, reach for the top of your foot, draw your heel in towards your backside, lift your chest, arch your back. Let's lower your knee inside the other knee, release your hand from your foot, And bring your body around into a low twist. Breathe. Now let's flip over onto your belly. Bring your palms next to your chest, elbows hugged in like chicken wings. Press into your palms, lifting up your chest, and we're pressing into upward dog. Curl your back toes under, lifting up your hips, coming into downward dog. Make sure you're pressing the edges of your palms forward as you press down with your heels. Breathe. Then let's lower your knees, uncurl your toes. We're going to come and swing around into a seated position. Let's stretch both legs out, pressing out with your heels. Now I want you to take your right forearm, bring it into your knee. Hook your big toe, lift the opposite arm up and overhead. Then let's turn your torso over so your nose is facing your knee. Inhale, sitting up. We're going to move to the other side. Bring the elbow to the inside of your knee. Hook your big toe. Lift the opposite arm up and overhead. Now let's turn your torso over so your nose is facing your knee. Inhale, sitting up. We're going to lengthen up and fold forward to wherever is comfortable for you. Use your hands to press you back into an upright position. We're going to stretch your arms out in front of you, bend at the elbows. Let's drop your right elbow down, bring your left elbow over. We're coming into eagle arms. If that's too much for your shoulders, you can simply press your forearms together. But let's exhale forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale forward. Inhale, lifting up. Release. Arms in front of you. Bend at the elbows. Bringing one elbow down. The other elbow comes over. Coming into eagle arms. Exhale forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale forward. Inhale, lifting up, release. And we're going to bring your legs together, crossing your ankles, coming into Sukhasana. You can bring your hands, either palms up or palms down. But let's close your eyes and go inside. Paying attention to your breath. Taking a nice inhale. Pause, then exhale. Release. Inhale. Pause, then exhale. Release. Let's do that once more. Inhale. Pause. Then exhale. Release. Let's add to this breathing exercise. I want you to imagine a red line rising up the front of your body. passing your navel, your sternum, your throat, rising to the crown of your head. Pause. As you exhale, imagine that red line running down your back, rolling down your back like a warm waterfall. Then the red line circles back to the front of your body. Inhale, the red line passes your navel, your sternum, your throat. The red line rises to the crown of your head. Pause. As you exhale, the red line rolls down your back like a warm red stream, circling around to the front of your body. As you sit, just notice how your body feels after this oval breath, after the breathing, after the stretching and strengthening. Just noticing your body, easy breaths in and out, returning to your natural breath. Watching the flow in and out. As your breath flows in and out, notice your thoughts. Just notice. Let them just float by. No worries, no concerns. Letting your thoughts come and go as you breathe in and out. Then whenever you're ready, open your eyes, letting your eyes greet the light on this glorious morning. Can you stretch your arms out? Inhale all the way up. Palms together. Let's exhale with a sigh. Stretch your arms out. Inhale all the way up. Palms together. This time I want to hear you. And exhale with a sigh. I'm Stephanie Gaines-Bryant. Thanks for watching the Morning Exhale this morning. It's always great exhaling with you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.